Our opening event in Part 2 of the Nationals films is the combat event. Here you are seeing airplanes with streamers attached, about 8 foot long, flying after one another in combat similar to that performed in World War I. The object of this event is to chop the opponent's tail off with the propeller of your airplane. If you'll watch closely here, you'll see a kill pretty soon. There it goes. And a second one. There goes a streamer. Now for a change of pace, we find ourselves back at the Motel Pool. The Luftmeister's model airplane club is having some fun here. Here come the boys now. There's Pete Bianchini off for a nice dive, followed by Fred Coopersmith's son. Now Joe Radel. Hi, Ma. The water's fine. Come on down. Helicopter coming overhead, taking a look at what's going on at the motel. Pete Bianchini. Bet you can't drink it all, Fred. Glug, 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 glug. Ach, Bolívar, I think we'll get it tomorrow. Oh, the heck with you guys. I'm going to watch the Blue Angels. As Butch just indicated, we will take time out now to watch the Blue Angels Precision Aerobatic Team. Here we pan in for a close-up view of the F-11F Tiger Cats flown by the Blue Angels at this time. Here you see one of the maintenance vehicles sitting in front of one of the Tiger Cats, charging its battery. Here we have them stacked up one above the other. Going into a beautiful roll and ending our scenes of the Blue Angels Precision Aerobatic Team. Now back for more model flying. We're back with model airplane flying now in the Navy carrier event. There is Bill Boss getting his ship ready for a first attempt. Plane is started. Now picking up his handle. And he's, oh no, he didn't quite make it. Bad attempt. We now see here a panoramic view of the 3 circles that were used on Saturday and Sunday of the week to run the Navy carrier event off. There's a contestant out there flying a ship. And we move over to the last circle. There's a contestant that made an unsuccessful landing. He rolled up onto the deck instead of landing on it. A couple of the Luftmeisters clowning here. Yeah, I see them coming off the deck. They're coming up over the horizon. They'll come out of the west, then we'll come above them and get them from there. And another plane is off the deck. Contestant putting his ship through a high-speed run. And a flip-over landing. Here we have Fred Coopersmith of the Luftmeisters putting his Martin Mauler through its paces. Fred is in the high-speed run right now. There he has, he slowed it down. It's now going through the low-speed run. And you'll see Fred come in for a real successful landing here very shortly. There it is. Whoops, we got Bill Boss back again for a second attempt. There he goes, running out to pick up the handle. And he's off. Going into the high-speed run. Oop, an unsuccessful attempt again. Landed in the drink. Two landings. Here is Frank Seeley, Bill Boss's father-in-law, talking with Fred Coopersmith. That's right, Fred, it isn't worth much more than that. Fred's telling Pop here, well, I should have gone that way when I came in on the deck. We get a quick view here of the Navy carrier lineup. Fellows waiting for their turn in flight. Here's a nice little biplane going through its run. And here we go with Bill Boss for his third try. He touched the water before getting airborne. This one's a bust also. And finally, he makes a real good one of it. Wheel goes flying off over on its back. We now have a panoramic view of the scene that takes place before the air show in the afternoon on Saturdays and Sundays. Look at the crowd gathering here. A few thousand spectators take part in viewing. Here's the Navy band performing while Jerry Ellen of the Flushing Model Airplane Society is going through the last flight of the day. Jerry was quite confused out there. He didn't know what to do. Leaving the Navy carrier event, we take a look at some of the airplanes that were on static display. This is a P-2V Neptune. Move over and look at a U.S. Air Force C-119 cargo ship. Here's another U.S. Air Force cargo ship. Here's an F-8F Bearcat. This is a private airplane, 50 coats of gold-colored lacquer on it. Here's a Great Lakes trainer and a Taylor Cub. The F-8F Bearcat and these two airplanes were used on Saturday and Sunday for part of the air show. The plane you're now viewing is a Canadian Vulcan bomber. Here we have the bomber in flight. Beautiful, graceful airplane. And as it makes its last pass across the field, we'll return once more to model flying and the control line flying scale event. The control line flying scale event. The first plane we view here is Homer Hudson's P-51D, third place winner in the open class. Here's an S-2F Tracker, a Navy airplane. In a moment you'll see the real airplane, which this was a copy of. Here we have Bill Boss coming out on the field with his PT-19. 6-foot wingspan. Bill giving the judges final instructions before flight. Bill's a little bit disgusted at this point. Both tires blew on his landing. He walks dejectedly off the field. Looks the plane over. Taking the plane, taking the lines and control handle off the field. Everybody groups around the airplane now, wondering what we can do to get a second flight in. Fortunately enough, we had a second set of wheels. And here we are coming out prepared for the next flight. Here Bill is adjusting the fuel for the plane, getting all set for another start. And we're off on a second flight. Plane's flying real smoothly this time. Putting in a real nice flight. Bill's got to make his 10 laps in order to qualify for flight points. Plane is quite a pull on air. She weighs 13 pounds, flying at about 60 miles an hour. Bill's bringing his plane down to a taxi speed. Stopped on a judge's side of the circle. Revving his plane up. Moving out. Going to start a taxi run now. Plane slowly moving around the circle. Passing the judges once more. Thus ending a good second flight, qualifying his airplane for all points. We'll now leave the flying field and take a close-up view of Bill's second place winning airplane. Here's PT-19. Number 42. based at Wright Field, Ohio. Here's a spectator taking a close-up view. And we'll wind up our film with a real good shot of the cockpit here, showing some of the detail. Everything in the cockpits of this airplane is functional. All controls are movable or workable. Thus ends the 1965 Nationals film at Willow Grove Naval Air Station.